The School of African and Oriental Studies was the site for the workshops for the string figures during the Materiality conference. This is one of the oldest books on string figures by Catherine Furness Jane, the original version in 1906. And this is my version of 1979 using diagrams to show how to make the games. The staff of the Anthropological Institute had made some really nice models of string figures and done all their presentation of how they were made, and they were using wooden articulated hands. It's quite hard to get the strings to be tight upon the hands, but they made a really good attempt, and it was especially nice when the sun came over the top and you could begin to get some kind of different effects like shadows, and I see one coming soon. Here's one here. So really quite a nice introduction. This is the picture that Robyn, who is from Australia and studies the games of Arnhem Land, and these are the ones we're seeing first, Robyn MacKenzie, and myself. We're going to pan down in a minute to see the ones from Papua New Guinea, and some quotes about things there. 1972 to 75 I began collecting the string figures in New Guinea, and most recently I've begun to study the very well-known design known as cat's cradle. It's known all over Europe and China and Japan and many other countries, and these are some of the variations you get from it. You see in colors here. So we were trying to teach people basic string figures as well as collecting some from them. Now these are a couple of variations of the cat's cradle that I was learning, which I hadn't seen before. This is from China, I think, this particular design. And this taking off method is the lady teaches in London, but she has Indian contacts, and ways of lifting and coming off. Maybe writes about this another time. This is Professor Tim Swinton. He was the keynote speaker and came to visit the string games, which was nice. And we've corresponded a bit in the past, but it was our first live meeting, and he managed to make the African bridge. Happily. So this is some of the people learning how to do string figures and help others to do the same. And a way of making string figures, one person using one hand, one using the other hand. The lady nearest us is from Zimbabwe, and the one further away from Bristol, and they made the house for two men who were an Eskimo house. Two men ran away from it. Here I am again. I'm just sorting out some figures, strings on the girl. Robyn on the right here collected and studied the Arnhem Land string games, and here she's teaching one of them to one of the students who helped us. I made this in a much bigger pattern. Gemma helped us by publicizing the event, and here's a final picture of myself and Robyn, the two main teachers. So if you want to know more about string figures, look up International String Figures Association.org.